up on today's wrestling news, a bad blood finish was botched.
Drew McIntyre's 4-letter reaction and graphic injury after Hell in a Cell.
A dream match has been pitched for AJ Lee's WWE return.
And book Darby Allin for your kid's birthday party.
I'm Adam Wilmore.
I'm Michael Hamflett.
And this is the news. Right, let's talk all things bad blood. What a sensational show that was. All the doubters for CM Punk. Oh, where have you gone? Where have you gone? Brilliant Hell in a Cell match. Me and Hamflett will be talking to him all about on the Bad Blood review on the WhatCulture Wrestling podcast later on today. But unfortunately, another match on that show had a botched finish. I'm talking, of course, of Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley with Dominic Mysterio in a shark cage. Nice little addition to that match. So if you didn't see it, the two are going back and forth. Some good near falls in there. Obviously, Dom's just crapping his pants in that shark cage, but he managed to jimmy the lock, get the door open, and he looks like he's about to climb out, then he just falls and dangles, his foot's caught in something, and Rhea Ripley decides, no, I'm going to take this opportunity not to win the match and the belt, but to twat him with a kendo stick, and then she was attacked by a returning Raquel Rodriguez. However, it didn't really go to plan because the match obviously ends in a DQ as the ref sees all of this, and when Raquel chucks Rhea back in the ring, the ref's a bit like, I mean, what do you want me to do? Calls for the DQ. According to Fightful Select, the original plan was just to have Liv Morgan win with the help of Raquel Rodriguez. The ref doesn't see it, but Fightful Select saying it was implied that the original finish was Liv winning with Raquel's help. However, the referee couldn't justify not doing a DQ finish as he saw everything unfold. Obviously, great to see Raquel Rodriguez back. She's been off with mast cell activation syndrome since January of this year. She did compete at Elimination Chamber, let's not forget, but she was pulled from the active roster due to her condition in March. So that's some good news. An unfortunate ending to that match, though. But yeah, great to see Raquel back. Yeah,
there are mixed feelings on that because I'm with you on the Raquel Rodriguez thing. We've sort of reported on her situation before. And WWE kind of like threaded the needle a little bit narratively in the last video package before that, where they had Liv Morgan sort of basically justifying her revenge tour on Rhea Ripley. And she even talked about how, I moved on, I got a new tag partner, things were great between me and Raquel, we were tag team champions, and then Rhea, ugly head, all that sort of stuff. So they'd started to pepper in the way that you wouldn't necessarily consider this as part of a storyline development. There was further reporting coming after this that Raquel Rodriguez will be a part of Street Trash. That's like Liv's real heater, because you can't really call Dominic Mysterio a heater, can you? So like that's going to be pretty interesting to see as well.
He's a sort of portable heater compared to...
Yeah, very much so. But there was sort of no getting around it. You could even see on Raquel Rodriguez's face when she draped Liv across Rhea and there was nobody.
Yeah, you got the visual pin. It was like this bell rang about 2 minutes ago.
Yeah. I don't know what's worse in this situation. Wrestling's a work, right? Twist. So I don't know what's worse in these situations. When there's one of those obvious times when the referee should call the DQ and doesn't, or when you get a situation like this where maybe someone's in the headset saying ring the bell, or they're saying it themselves. Neither situation is ideal.
I think the former is worse. I think I hate to see it when refs are just like, well, that seems fine, let's just let that go. And it doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, Liv Morgan is still left with her title, and the story is still told that Rhea's been bloody screwed out of that championship again. I think whether it was a 1-2-3 or whether it was a DQ, it doesn't really matter. There's always going to be justification for the rematch, but also Liv can be like, you've had like 2 shots at this, 3 shots there.
So that's it. She can claim that her time with Rhea is done, but it was a bit of a dampener for Raquel's return, wasn't it? I think, and indeed in that match. Full review on that show. I'm looking forward to us.
The Rock came back. It was the greatest show of all time.
We're gonna have some good chat. I can't wait to review it. Shall we say?
God, I just loved that Hell in a Cell match so much.
Yeah, it was the best match of the year. And not everybody probably is feeling that today, because Drew McIntyre might have been 50% of that match of the year, but he was in quite some pain after the fact.
He was about 90% of the blood in that match.
Indeed. Incredible offering. You've probably watched it by now, but if you haven't, go back and check out CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre from Bad Blood on Saturday, and then go and look, if you can manage it, as it is a spooky season, you won't see anything at the cinema as vile as this. Drew McIntyre getting his head glued back together. 16 staples were required to fix the wound, which you can see as a result, we think, of CM Punk waffling in with the toolbox. Let's just be straight about this. There's often a lot of conversation about the use of chair shots. This came back up recently, of course, with the shot between Hangman Page and Swerve in their inferior cage main event. But the shaved down chairs and the gimmick chairs, presumably that toolbox was gimmicked, and yet it's done it nonetheless. So Well, it's kind of gross when it happens, but Drew McIntyre was walking to the medic's room, I guess, to get checked out, and was actually filmed. So these are the first words that Drew have spoken since the climax to his near year-long feud with CM Punk, and he cut one of the best promos of this entire run.
All right.
Go off!
Sorry, Ryan, to our editor.
Apologies. So that either means A, he's going to be moving into something with Karrion Kross, or B, he just wanted to get the medical attention he so desperately needed. Incredible stuff. Get well soon, Drew McIntyre, and indeed CM Punk, if you absorbed any knocks in that match as well. Your injuries will not go without memories and rewatches over the coming weeks, months, years, and forever.
Surprised he could get those words out with all the beads from the bracelet still falling out of his mouth.
Oh, yeah, it turns out the beads were good all along. Who could have thought that? Who could have said that?
It's almost like the people who, I can't remember who it was, who said that maybe you should let the SummerSlam match play out in terms of a story arc with, more progressively violent matches like a strap match and a Hell in a Cell match, and actually the uniqueness of telling the story centered around a wrestling bracelet that evolves into this horrific blood feud is correct.
Seeing as most people that hate all this sort of stuff would have already switched off,
Yeah.
I can now do a long big CM Punk.
Nice.
There you go.
Yeah.
We've alienated half the audience.
I don't care. Right all along, I'm just sick and tired of being right all the bloody time. It was brilliant, and I'm very excited. We'll be talking more about where CM Punk goes from here. Who's he going to poke in the chest to set up the next feud? Where he goes from here on the Raw Preview podcast coming your way later on today. But another match off the back of Bad Blood could be a dream match for AJ Lee. Now, to be fair, this happened before Bad Blood. It was a Fanatics Fest autograph session over the weekend. But Liv Morgan was chatting and was asked a dream match for SummerSlam, and she picked AJ Lee as a dream opponent, saying my dream match for SummerSlam in New Jersey is myself and Daddy Dom versus CM Punk and AJ Lee.
I know my God button anywhere near for this one.
We're two Jersey girls. Dominic hates CM Punk, and I think that could be a great match. Furthermore to this, and I've just managed to lose that tweet. Fantastic. There was a back and forth on social media as I rapidly try and dig this one back out again, between Liv Morgan and AJ Lee. Basically, there was a tweet saying a picture of AJ Lee looking ageless, basically.
Yeah.
A tweet that said, Mama doesn't age, give us your secret. And AJ Mendez, as she's known, of course, says, thank you, I'm definitely embracing my well-earned wrinkles and grey hair because aging is a privilege, but therapy, self-love, avoiding toxic energy and sunscreen will make that skin glow too, boo. I'm all making notes here. Bailey replied, I heard wrestling rings are really good for wrinkles, and Cora Jade piled in saying, yeah, same. Obviously, we know about the love those two have for AJ. She replied to Liv Morgan as well in this thread saying, I adore you goddesses and your peer pressure. And Bailey replied saying, dude, we're just looking out for your well-being and health. We care about you. Get her back in WWE.
Peer pressure, yeah. When's this not a story? Now, AJ Lee returning to WWE, returning to the ring, all that sort of stuff. It's been pretty much there in, our grubby aggregation since CM Punk returned at the Survivor Series.
You could have called that one coming as well.
Well, indeed. Stick it. Keep here. That's the message. That's the message of this news story.
Anywhere.
That's today's propaganda, is just to stick here. AJ Lee, fingers crossed, making a return sooner rather than
Rumble?
Look, I've been basically using her as an excuse to put on the Rumble. Who could be in the match thumbnail for my entire
She'd be a
WhatCulture
great
career.
number 30, wouldn't she?
Unbelievable. The pop for that music in the building would
I'd be
massive.
skipping around the building.
Light it up! We'll see. But what's cool now as well is that so many of, she says peer pressure, these are a combination of her peers and people, time has passed, that people have grown up watching AJ Lee that want to wrestle too. Someone like a Cora Jade or a Roxanne Perez. Just becomes like, at this point, she becomes like a prior generation of wrestler. She wrestled her last Raw match in a Bailey I'm a Hugger t-shirt when Bailey was still on NXT.
Bloody hell.
It's the prospects are thrilling.
It's like Javon Evans in NXT saying, I remember growing up watching Lord Tensai, I was like, I'm so old.
Right, well, quick question for you. So recently, for my son's birthday, we went bowling, had a great time. Another one of the parties I took one of my children to, they went to a video game place. You'd have loved this. They were given a bottle of primes in the party bags.
Lucky bastards.
I couldn't even take that one off them, could I? Because it was a party bag. And going back years now, my boys used to love parties at the local soft play. Just like all the kids going absolutely nuts, then getting as much juice and cake as they can manage. What was like Eric's first birthday?
We had a jungle-themed party.
Amazing.
So loads of just inflatable animals and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
I tried to book a lion, but my missus told me that was inappropriate for a 1-year-old's birthday birthday party. I always used to love going to Charlie Chalk's.
Right.
Not sure if that's a thing for everyone across the UK, but literally the happiest place in the world for me.
All good. All good.
But yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do going forward. I don't know what kids do nowadays for their birthday parties. Any ideas?
Coffin drops.
Excuse you?
Yes, coffin drops with Darby Allin, as he is apparently now rocking up at kids' birthday parties at trampoline parks and teach them to do one of the most dangerous bumps in pro wrestling. Get hyped and get him booked. At least do it before Wrestle Dream, because Brody King might kill him there. So, Darby Allin was... so this comes, by the way, from a tweet from @Sean200418, who tweets Darby Allin with a picture of Darby Allin with his son, simply saying, "Thank you so much for going out of your way to make my son's birthday memorable. I'm sorry he was quiet and shy. Thanks again, #GOAT. I think I'd be quiet and shy when Darby Allin, by the way, in his pink jacket, that awesome fur coat he's got as his entrance attire, and his paint, just looking like Darby Allin turned up for work. Darby Allin quote tweets that saying, pulled up at a random birthday party and told everyone the coffin drop, lol, little homie in the background, mid-coffin drop. And the picture shows somebody in the background just flinging themselves backward off a great height into one of those big crash mats off foam pits. Trampoline parks, by the way. When you
I've not been. I went on one a few years back, hungover, and thought this would be fun. I was gassed after about 5 minutes, but 100% if I went there now, whether or not it's with Eric, I'm doing a coffin drop.
I would say Darby Allin is the only person at a kid's birthday party at a trampoline park, and I speak from experience here, that isn't gassed after 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Because you book those things, and it says, and they're quite expensive, but you get an hour. You're saying, Jesus, that's a pricey hour. And then, honestly, you're not allowed to wear your watch because sharp objects. You are 5 minutes in looking for the clock on the bottom. How we do? And there's trampoline basketball.
Can't walk the next day.
No, it is rough on the calves, and believe me, mine can sustain quite a lot. No, Darby, this is just nice, right? I don't know what he was doing
gesture.
there. There's some videos kicking around, I guess, from either the parents or other parents that were there. I wonder if, because Darby Allin's a pro wrestler, but he's one of the smaller guys. That's part of his appeal. I wonder if one of the other parents didn't know wrestling, just thought, is he a teenager? What's going on? Is he one of the
What's what the employees doing?
Yeah. Incredible. Check out the pictures and check out all that sort of stuff.
I love seeing wrestlers do stuff like this.
And who would you pick as a wrestler at your or your children's birthday parties, given the chance? Let us know in the comments below who you would choose.
My son's birthday's next August, so plenty of time, plenty of warning for the Outrunners, because that is who I'd like at my birthday party, or his.
Hang on, let me get my maths right. Eric's going to be 2, right?
Yeah.
Well, they're the youngest men alive, so they're probably going to be even younger than him. Is that not taking the profile off on his special day?
See their latest one about, you can try, but you're going to get dealt with. God, I love those men. Put the titles on them.
He might not be far wrong. It might be happening.
Yeah.
Based on Collision, we'll be reviewing that in full.
We will be. Yeah, indeed.
Don't let that put you off, because there's loads of other YouTube videos that you can watch. Right here.
See you later.
See you in the afternoon.